Okay, so we all know that in order for somebody to buy from you online, they need to do three things. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. The magic triad of things they need to do. And what if I told you that you could start using your website like a tool to supercharge that process, to speed up the time between when they're just getting to know you and when they trust you enough to buy from you? Because there is one sneaky little strategy you can use when you're blogging every week to speed that process up big time. I'm Whitney Ryan, copywriter and content strategist, and in this video, I'm going to teach you that sneaky little strategy you can use to get people through the know, like, trust process a lot faster and make your website just have a better user experience. So I'll get right to it. That sneaky little tip is called interlinking. Um, some people call it deep linking. I just like the term interlinking. What it means is that you're linking within your website. You're linking different words or buttons to other blog posts, other pages of your website, and more of your content. And why this is so effective is it just makes it really easy for people to stick around your website, to absorb more of your content, and to learn more about you. And that helps them speed up the process and get from knowing to trusting more quickly. It makes your website really sticky, as we call it, meaning when people land there, they won't just bounce and click away. They're going to kind of stick around. They're going to click through to learn more about this thing. They're going to click over to read more about this. And interlinks or deep linking makes it really easy for them to do that. So I'm actually going to hop behind the screen and I will show you, I'll give you an example with one of my blog posts so you can see this in action. So this is one of my posts and I will just show you what this looks like. So right here you can see I have links in teal, but you can see as you're reading here it will make your sales copy better. If you click on sales copy, if the internet loads, you'll see a blog post devoted just to launch copy or to compelling sales copy. And we'll keep on scrolling through. Digging into the emotional side of their struggles stings. So we'll click that up so we can see what that's all about. And this is a blog post where I'm talking about how you need to dig into the emotional side of things and how to use that in your sales copy to ignite the urge to purchase, to get people to buy. And so throughout the whole post, I link to some different types of content. I'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's see here, where's another example? Persuasion, I've got a blog post about a particular persuasion strategy that's really effective. Perceived value, I talk about that. How to warm up your audience, I have a blog post linking to that. I must have missed the one I wanted to show you here. Okay, here we go. So my clients I have here, I actually just linked to the testimonials page so people could learn a little more about my clients or hear what that experience is like. So that's important. I'm linking to both blog posts and pages on my website. If I were talking about specific copy projects, I would link to the pages I have under Work With Me, or I might link to my About page or free sources or contact. You can link to pages and posts. But that's the basic gist of it, is that if you have something that relates to content you already have, just put a little link inside, and I like to open it in a new window because you don't want to take people away from what they're doing now, you just want to give them a way to learn more if they want to later. Also, really sorry there's construction outside, so it sounds super loud to me. I'm sorry if you can hear that too. Coming back to here, this section, I want to show you that these are not interlinks. These I make it easy for people to click over to Typeform or SurveyMonkey because that's what I'm talking about. But those wouldn't count as interlinks. I don't think they'd be classed as outer links, but they're not linking within your website. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that link to these babies that link within my site. Um, so yeah, it can be a really simple process, but it's really, really important. It makes your website sticky, it keeps people clicking around, and what do you think? If somebody has read this blog post, they've clicked over to this one, maybe they've clicked over to this one, and they've also checked out some testimonials, that person knows me and hopefully likes me and is beginning to trust me a lot more than somebody who just read one blog post, right? So it's definitely worth it. What you can do with this is take, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes at the end of every blog post as you're kind of proofing it over, and just keep an eye out specifically for areas where you can interlink. I also have a free tool. I created this because I needed it for myself and for my clients, and I call it the Bloggery. It's kind of, it's like a glossary for your blog or an index for your blog, but it keeps track of all your blog posts, the title, the date it was posted, the URL, and what is super handy is that it's a searchable document. So I created it in Google Sheets, and so you can actually search for certain keywords or phrases, and it will connect you with the blog posts that have those keywords or phrases. It's kind of a secret little trick. I actually have a column where you can put in any words you want. So these aren't necessarily the categories or tags on your website because those are a bit more professional, but they are things for you to be able to find it. So if we go back to this blog post, I've got, don't know if you noticed, but some random Bruno Mars memes in this one because I kind of have some references to him, and so maybe down the road I could be writing a blog post and I could be like, oh, you know what, this would link really well with what was that blog post where I had all the Bruno Mars gifs, and in my bloggery I could just search for Bruno Mars and that keyword would lead me to this blog post. So that's kind of the secret ingredient of the bloggery. It's not just your blog title and link, but it's actually got a column for keywords, private keywords. Nobody will see these but you, but it makes it really easy to find exactly what you're looking for. So if you could use a little help with your interlinking and you want to download the Bloggery, it will just be, I will just put it below. I'll put a link to download it. It's totally free. You can save a copy for yourself and you can either start filling it in yourself, or it can be really helpful to outsource to a VA if you have one, or you can keep reading below because I've actually got a special pop-up kind of one-time offer that I can actually help you get that created so that you can fill it with your existing blog posts. If you know that this is something that you just realistically won't ever get around to, keep on reading for a couple more details on how I can help you and we can get it done really quick. So you've got this for every blog post going forward and you will be able to interlink super easily. So yeah, download the Bloggery, get going on it, take a couple minutes at the end while you're proofing your blog posts and make sure to add interlinks, and it's a built-in way to speed up the know, like, and trust factor. So I hope you're having an awesome day, awesome week, awesome month, and I will see you next time.